Appraisals, what are they and why are they needed in the buying process? Now, let's say you're interested in a home and you've been looking for a while, and let's say it was listed for $700,000 and you go in, there's multiple offers, you end up buying it for $750,000. You agree on it, the seller agrees on it, but you have some conditions. And one of those conditions is gonna be 5 days financing conditions. Now, you're gonna go and you're gonna tell your bank or whoever your mortgage broker is, listen, we secured a place, here's the home, and we have 5 days for financing. Bank, can we get this money? Now, what the bank is gonna do is they're gonna send an appraiser to the property to really decide on what value do they think the property is worth. Now, the majority of times, it's gonna come back and they're gonna say, this home is worth $750. It's worth what you guys both agreed on. Now, sometimes people do get out of hand and they'll pay more for a house than the house is actually worth. So let's say that does happen. Now, let's say the bank comes back and they say, this house is only worth $700,000. Now you're like, okay, you know what? This is $50K out of my pocket that I don't know where I'm gonna come up with. I have to come up with this extra $50K. This is not included in the regular down payment that I already had saved up and I knew that I was gonna put into it. So where are you gonna be able to access this extra $50K? Maybe you have it already just in your account. Maybe you can pull from some of your stocks. Maybe you just have different types of, or maybe you have family members who you're able to borrow from. One thing that some people do is they use private lending. Now with private lending, it may be at a higher interest rate, but your hope is that you're gonna be able to pay it back pretty soon. The whole goal is to be able to get a home for what the home is worth and that it appraises whenever the appraiser goes out there, and then you don't have to deal with that and it becomes easy to waive the condition of financing. But that's what I would say is the biggest takeaways when it does come to using an appraiser, and it's not something that you're gonna request yourself. This is more often coming from the bank. One thing to keep in mind as a first-time home buyer, second-time home buyer, if you go in and you buy a place and you come out and you end up pulling out of that place and the appraiser is already gone, on that second time, the bank is gonna charge you to send that appraiser out there. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I'm Bawanka with the Compass team and Royal LePage Signature. We're gonna be putting out videos like this every week. Let me know if this is helpful. If you like it, make sure to share it with a friend. Smash the thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.